Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Victor with Dallas Beer Talk. I thought I'd do my part sharing information about what's going on in the beer community. We're on quote unquote quarantine. We are doing some social separating of social distancing. So, a lot of breweries in Fort Worth and Dallas. Fort Worth is, by the time this video is out, will also be on lockdown, quote unquote, where you can only support our friends in the beer community by buying beer to go, or food and stuff like that as well. So I'll have that information here that I want to share for some of the people I could find real quick. Again, there's only an hour of looking. Excuse me. There's a lot of other people who put a better list than I could have. I just found out that Dude 214 put out a great list. Ryan, Beer with a Purpose on Facebook and Instagram put out a great list. Sydney's also reaching out and has a great list going on as well from All Barks No Bite. Of course, on all our friends' pages, all the breweries' pages, and taproom places, they have their information going as well. So I'm just going to do my part, make my video. So if you want that information, it's going to be in the description below. But I want to start with some entertainment. Of course, we got Netflix videos and things like that to be entertained by, and then of course YouTube and funny videos and things like that. But there's a few podcasts that I want to mention that you guys should listen to while we're all home drinking. And being safe and separating from everybody else. By the way, I'm drinking Makers on the rocks with a splash of water. Supposed to be a splash of water, but I put a little too much water back. But the podcast I want to start off with saying, mention that you guys can binge while we're staying home. Number one, Modern Brews and Beats. There's 25 episodes to listen to. I truly enjoy every episode. I'm finally caught up on all episodes. I'm pretty sure, I guarantee you guys will enjoy it as well. Jerry is a phenomenal podcaster. Let's Do a Podcast. Ryan, Beer with a Purpose. Just put out episode number 5, I believe. Correct me, Ryan, if I'm wrong. But yeah, 5 episodes, all entertaining, full form podcast. I really enjoyed their banter back and forth. Another podcast, beer podcast, No Beer Left Behind. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think they're the oldest Dallas beer podcast. Tons of 187 episodes. Phenomenal podcast. I love those guys over there. So support, listen to, enjoy their content as well. A little more on a serious note of a beer podcast. I know nothing about beer. Al the Brewer on Instagram. Great podcast. A lot of information. Super informational. I didn't know more can I say besides, like, I learned a lot by listening to his episodes. So great binge if you want to know more about beer and then a little more in depth about beer and different processes. Because he talks to home brewers, and then goofy people like myself. Great podcast. Last one I have here for local STRIKEOUT podcast is on Facebook. I'm gonna push the information in the description as well if they're on iTunes or SoundCloud, stuff like that. But a great, fun banter podcast centered around sports most of the time, but also a lot about beer and supporting breweries as well. Great podcast to listen to. I enjoyed their content as well. And then last but not least, Better on Draft podcast. I truly enjoy out of Michigan. One of my go-to beer podcasts I listen to. So those are. Alright, so like I said, that was the entertainment part of it. Just podcasts I recommend. Now, let's move over to our friends in the beer industry who are changing the hours to help business keep going. Again, I saw before I started this video, Dude 214 put out a Facebook link. I haven't checked it out myself just yet, but I know those guys. They do a great job in research, so that list might be a little bit more comprehensive. That will also be in the description with this video as well. But this is from what I found and in my list I can make so I can help support and spread the information. Starting off with BLUFFVIEW GROWLER. They have changed their hours from, I'm pretty sure it's probably Monday through Friday. Their hours are going to be 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday is going to be from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. They have 2 options of order beer. You got to email them or call them, and then of course check their website for the beers they have on tap. That might also change depending on what beer they sell more than others. or what they rotate. But I do like the options. I do prefer the option of emailing because it makes it easy for everybody. You have your list, you have your order. What they'll do is, or what they say they will do is call you back, confirm your order, and then get your payment information. But yeah, so guys, BLUFFVIEW Growler is doing that. Moving over to Silver Pour, they've changed their hours from Sunday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can still get all your coffees, paninis, pastries, crowlers and growlers. Call in advance, make it a little bit easier, but they do allow you to come up and order. But if you do call in advance, they will bring it out to you. Again, their hours from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. What I will do is also, for people watching, the numbers are appearing beside me or on the video. People, again, in listening, the numbers and information are in the description. Moving over to Craft and Growlers, they're going to have takeout for food and beer. Their hours are going to change to Tuesday to Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, they're going to do 1 to 6 p.m. Again, these hours are a little shorter, but they're helping relieve some of the stress of not being able for people coming into their establishments and hanging out. But yeah, food is phenomenal. You still have access to their burgers and all their full menu. Again, excuse me, I didn't mention this for Silver Pour, but Silver Pour and of course Craft and Growlers, you can check their website to see what beers they have on list. Digital Pour for Craft and Growlers, and of course, and their website. Moving on to Lakewood Growler, they're gonna change their hours to Sunday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. They also have the option for email or phone call. Again, I do like the email option. It seems more sensible. Just again, look on their website, see what beers you want, type it into email, boom, send it off. They'll call and confirm. The Bearded Monk, curbside pickup, call in advance. They'll have it ready for you. Denton County, it's the furthest one I have out. But yeah, I will be making a trip to Denton County just to show support and stuff like that. But I will try to make a trip to a lot of these places just to support, you know. Guys, I know I'm doing beer mostly and a little bit of a fool with these growler places, but there's other restaurants who still need support too. So if there's any restaurants you want to comment below and tell people, hey, call this place as well, support as well, please do so. We all need to support each other, especially support local. I know I'm beating over dead drum over here, saying the same thing over and over again. We just got to support each other, man. Excuse me as I take a sip of my Truly. Next, I'm going to go to breweries. Now, this was a little harder for me to find comprehensive information. I don't know, at the time I'm making this video, it's Tuesday night, and not all the information is out for every brewery. So apologize for breweries that I'm leaving off the list. This is just information I could find. Again, I don't mean to leave anybody off. It's just what I could find, and I want to say it. But keep checking your favorite brewery or your local brewery you want to go check out and support what they're doing in these times, you know. But starting off on breweries, I'm going to start off with Three Nations. They changed their hours from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Call in advance. Pick up. They have a list of beers you could pick up as well. I don't have that list in front of me, but maybe I could add that in post. Moving on to Bitter Sisters. They've changed their hours from Tuesday to Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. and then Sunday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. They ask you to call in advance for your orders. They also have a list of beers you can pick up. Celestial, from the post I saw on this one, don't have days on it, but I am assuming Tuesday to Sunday, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. They have a list of beers as well that you can pick up there. I will definitely add that here on the video screen right now. Moving on to Community, from Monday to Monday, they're doing 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. They have a phone number as well to call, pick up your orders. Moving on to Manhattan Project, you have the entire menu to go. Beer and some beers they normally wouldn't crowler. They will crowler except from NITRO beers. They won't Crowler any of the nitro beers. But yeah, great full menu. I don't see any difference on the hours change. But again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Oak Cliff Brewing is changing their hours from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. They prefer you to call. 32 ounces Crowlers will be filled. But also, I don't have a note on here, but I am assuming they'll fill their Crowlers at a discounted price. Some of the other people are doing that as well. But correct me if I'm wrong, if you could bring your own 32 ounce Crowlers to fill for Oak Cliff. I'm not sure about that, guys. Moving on to OHB, Monday to Friday they've changed their hours to 12 to 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday they changed their hours from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. They prefer you to call in advance. They have a listing, comprehensive listing of what you can order, which is really, really impressive. They're on top of games right there. So again, I'll be heading over there support because they're the homies. Everybody here and everybody in the community are friends and family. But again, this is only listening to people I could find. But yeah, shout out to OHB. Moving over to Odd Muse, they have changed their hours from Friday to Saturday. Odd Muse, they have changed their hours to Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Again, they prefer you to call in advance. Definitely, they're on their description. Call in advance for pickup, same day pickup, and they only do same day pickup. They won't do a day in advance. Moving over to Penny Codes, they have changed their hours from Tuesday to Saturday. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. They have a list of beers that they're gonna have 16-ounce cans for, or 32-ounce Crowlers for. Very interesting. Some beers they haven't put in cans yet are now in cans. The 2 beers they put on their a post. I think it's Come and Take It, and I can't remember the other one, but they've never been in cans before, so that's very interesting and super exciting as well. Moving over to Hot Fusion, they're doing beer to go. They've changed hours from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. They prefer you to call in advance for the beers and see what they have. And then last but definitely not least, Intrinsic Brewery is doing beer to go and food to go. You can order your food online, but not beers. You could call in advance for your beers, or definitely show up at the brewery. They have most of the seats blocked off. You go up to the front, pick up some beers, or go in the back, make your order for food. Intrinsic also, Intrinsic, and I'm not sure about the others, but I'm pretty sure if they have access to gift cards, they'll allow you to buy gift cards for future purchases as well. Any bit you can do can also support. And I've been stuttering a lot and mumbling around this video a lot, but with that being said, let's see. Got my Dallas Beer Talk cup. It's pretty clean. Let's see if I can end this video with a mediocre chug. This is just my attempt to keep us informed, guys. Again, I haven't checked out Dude 214's list yet, but I know those guys. They work hard and they do great work. Want to shout out Beer with a Purpose. He made a great list as well. Comprehensive list of what's going on Facebook and Instagram. It's easy to view on Facebook. Who else did a great list? I'm trying to think, man. I know there was another one, and I apologize guys for missing out. I'm skipping on another person who made a great list of supporting craft beer. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized I missed another great person that I knew, but I didn't check them out. On Rotation. On Rotation is doing curbside changes, curbside as well. I'm gonna put it right now here in post. Their information as far as their time changes and stuff like that. I apologize for people who are listening, but yeah, On Rotation is also changed their hours and still doing curbside pickup. So cheers to the beer community. Let's support each other. Let's love each other. Let's be safe in these times, guys. And I'm gonna do a baby chug. Cheers. That hurt.